A certain darkness is needed to see the stars. Tomorrow never comes. It is always today. Get out of your head and get into your heart. Think less, feel more. A single moment of love is equal to the whole eternity of love. Love is the goal, life is the journey. Courage is a love affair with the unknown. Nobody has the power to take 2 steps together. You can take only 1 step at a time. Be. Don't try to become. Within these 2 words, be and becoming, your whole life is contained. Being is enlightenment. Becoming is ignorance. Truth is not something outside to be discovered. It is something inside to be realized. Darkness is an absence of light. Ego is an absence of awareness. Don't say this is good and that is bad. Drop all discrimination. Accept everything as it is. Find ecstasy within yourself. It is not out there. It is in your innermost flowering. The one you are looking for is you. If you really want peace on earth, create peace in your heart, in your being. That is the right place to begin with, and then spread. I love this world because it is imperfect. It is imperfect, and that's why it is growing. If it was perfect, it would have been dead. When I say be creative, I don't mean that you should all go and become great painters and great poets. I simply mean let your life be a painting, let your life be a poem. What is discipline? Discipline means creating an order within you. As you are chaos. You should live in the world but remain untouched by it. You should remain in the world, but the world should not remain in you. Sadness comes, joy comes, and everything passes by. What remains always is the witness. The witness is beyond all polarities. Intelligence is dangerous. Intelligence means you will start thinking on your own. You will start looking around on your own. You will not believe in the scriptures. You will believe only in your own experience. The past is no more and the future is not yet. Both are unnecessarily moving in directions which don't exist. One used to exist, but no longer exists, and one has not even started to exist. The only right person is one who lives moment to moment. Respect life, revere life. There is nothing more holy than life, nothing more divine than life. Life repeats itself mindlessly unless you become mindful. It will go on repeating like a wheel. Life in itself has no meaning. Life is an opportunity to create meaning. Life is not a problem. To look at it as a problem is to take a wrong step. It is a mystery to be lived, loved, experienced. A comfortable, convenient life is not a real life. The more comfortable, the less alive. The most comfortable life is in the grave. I live my life based on 2 principles. 1. I live as if today was my last day on earth. 2. I live today as if I am going to live forever. One just needs a little alertness to see and find out. Life is really a great cosmic laughter. Experience life in all possible ways, good, bad, bitter, sweet, dark, light, summer, winter. Experience all the dualities. Don't be afraid of experience, because the more experience you have, the more mature you become. Take hold of your own life. See that the whole existence is celebrating. These trees are not serious. These birds are not serious. The rivers and the oceans are wild, and everywhere there is fun, everywhere there is joy and delight. Watch existence, listen to existence, and become part of it. When you love, you simply love. People say love is blind because they do not know what love is. I say unto you, only love has eyes. Other than love, everything is blind. The way of love is the way of no expectation. Love exists only when there is total acceptance and no desire to change anything. If you love a flower, don't pick it up, because if you pick it up, it dies and it ceases to be what you love. So, if you love a flower, let it be. Love is not about possession. Love is about appreciation. Love in its purest form is a sharing of joy. It asks nothing in return. It expects nothing. Love is a spiritual phenomenon. Lust is physical. Ego is psychological. Love is spiritual. Love and respect yourself and never compromise for anything. And then you will be surprised how much growth starts happening of its own accord, as if rocks have been removed and the river has started flowing. Millions of people are suffering. They want to be loved, but they don't know how to love. And love cannot exist as a monologue. It is a dialogue, a very harmonious dialogue. Yes, I would like you to love yourself, because unless you love yourself, you cannot love anybody else. You don't know what love is if you have not loved yourself. Love first has to happen in the deepest core of your being. It is the quality of being alone, happily alone, joyously alone. It is the quality of being a no-mind, of being silent. Contentless consciousness is the space, the context, in which love arises in you. I also teach you to love yourself first. It has nothing to do with ego. In fact, love is such a light that the darkness of the ego cannot exist in it at all. If you love others, if your love is focused on others, you will live in darkness. Turn your light toward yourself first. Become a light unto yourself first. Let the light dispel your inner darkness, your inner weakness. Let love make you a tremendous power, a spiritual force. Only laughter makes a man rich, but the laughter has to be blissful. To be a happy person, one has to drop all comparisons. Drop all these stupid ideas of being superior and inferior. You are neither superior nor inferior. You are simply yourself. There exists no one like you, no one with whom you can be compared. Then, suddenly, you are at home. Always remember to judge everything by your inner feeling of bliss. If you suffer, it is because of you. If you feel blissful, it is because of you. Nobody else is responsible, only you and you alone. You are your hell and your heaven too. Sadness gives depth, happiness gives height. Sadness gives roots, happiness gives branches. Happiness is like a tree going into the sky, and sadness is like the roots going down into the womb of the earth. Both are needed, and the higher a tree goes, the deeper it goes, simultaneously. The bigger the tree, the bigger will be its roots. In fact, it is always in proportion. That's its balance. That is the simple secret of happiness. Whatever you are doing, don't let the past move your mind. Don't let the future disturb you. Because the past is no more, and the future is not yet. To live in the memories, to live in the imagination is to live in the non-existential. And when you are living in the non-existential, you are missing that which is existential. Naturally, you will be miserable because you will miss your whole life. A woman is to be loved, not understood. That is the first understanding. Friendship is the purest love. It is the highest form of love where nothing is asked for, no condition, where one simply enjoys giving. Mind a beautiful servant, a dangerous master. Creativity is the greatest rebellion in existence. Don't try to understand life, live it. Don't try to understand love, move into love. Then you will know, and that knowing will come out of your experiencing. Discover yourself, otherwise, you have to depend on other people's opinions who don't know themselves. Drop the idea of becoming someone, because you are already a masterpiece. You cannot be improved, you have only to come to it, to know it, to realize it. Commit as many mistakes as possible, remembering only one thing: don't commit the same mistake again, and you will be growing. Love is the true God, not the God of theologians, but the God of Buddha, Jesus, Mohammed, the God of the Sufis. Existence cannot go wrong. If it does not fulfill our desires, that simply means our desires were wrong. Each person comes into this world with a specific destiny. He has something to fulfill, some message has to be delivered, some work has to be completed. You are not here accidentally, you are here meaningfully. There is a purpose behind you. The whole intends to do something through you. Wherever you feel death, feel it. Don't escape. Death is beautiful. Death is the greatest mystery, more mysterious than life. It is a strange thing that every child is born with a closed hand, and everybody dies with an open hand. No thought, no mind, no choice, just being silent, rooted in yourself. When you really laugh for those few moments, you are in a deep meditative state. Thinking stops. It is impossible to laugh and think together. Meditation is the only magic in the world and the only miracle. Meditation will give you a little glimpse, a little taste, that the truth is inside you. Whenever a situation arises that creates fear, there are two alternatives: either you fight or you take flight. Don't move the way fear makes you move. Move the way love makes you move. Move the way joy makes you move. Life begins where fear ends. You need either to create something or to discover something. Either bring your potential to actuality or go inwards to find yourself, but do something with your freedom. They say, think twice before you jump. I say, jump first and then think as much as you want. The tongue never slips. Remember this always. What goes on within the mind comes invariably on the tongue. If you want to learn anything, learn trust. Nothing else is needed. If you are miserable, nothing else will help. Learn trust. If you don't feel any meaning in life, and you feel meaningless, nothing will help. Learn trust. Trust gives meaning because trust makes you capable of allowing the whole descend upon you. Whenever you act according to your own light, there is immense fulfillment, a deep rejoicing. You are being taught everything, but you are not being taught to be yourself. This is the ugliest form of society possible because it makes everybody miserable. I say to you, light the lamp of independent thinking. Don't become a slave to anyone by accepting his thoughts. Truth belongs to those who are their own master. Nobody can say anything about you. Whatsoever people say is about themselves. But you become very shaky because you are still clinging to a false center. That false center depends on others, so you are always looking to what people are saying about you. It is not a question of money, power, and prestige. It is a question of what intrinsically you want to do. Do it irrespective of the results, and your boredom will disappear.